Hello, my name is Sean from the Global Life Settlement Exchange. We are the world's first free life settlement auction marketplace. Today I'm going to talk about how to use a life settlement to cover education expenses. The cost of education continues to rise, making it increasingly difficult for families to finance their children's college education. Many families turn to student loans, but these loans can be a burden for years or even decades after graduation. A life settlement is a financial transaction where a policyholder sells their life insurance policy to a third party for an amount greater than the policy's cash surrender value, but less than the policy's death benefit. A life settlement can provide a lump sum of cash that can be used to cover education expenses. In this video, we will discuss how to use a life settlement to cover education expenses. Before considering a life settlement as a way to cover education expenses, it's important to determine if it's the right option for you. If you have a life insurance policy that you no longer need or can no longer afford to maintain, a life settlement can provide you with a lump sum of cash that can be used for any purpose, including education expenses. It's important to work with a reputable life settlement provider who can help you evaluate your options and determine if a life settlement is right for you. The value of your life insurance policy will determine the amount of cash you can receive from a life settlement. Life settlement providers will evaluate your policy and determine its fair market value based on factors such as your age, health status, and the terms of your policy. The value of your policy can also be affected by market conditions and other factors. It's important to work with a reputable life settlement provider who can provide you with a fair valuation of your policy. Once you have completed a life settlement transaction, you will receive a lump sum of cash that can be used to cover education expenses. This can include tuition, room and board, textbooks, and other expenses associated with attending college or other educational programs. It's important to create a budget and determine how much cash you will need to cover these expenses. You should also work with your financial advisor to determine the best way to invest or manage the cash you receive from the life settlement. A life settlement can have tax implications, so it's important to work with a financial advisor to understand the tax implications of a life settlement before you proceed with the transaction. In general, the amount of cash you receive from a life settlement will be subject to income tax. However, there may be ways to structure the transaction to minimize the tax impact. Your financial advisor can help you understand your options and make informed decisions about how to manage the cash you receive from a life settlement. A life settlement can provide you with a lump sum of cash that can help you cover education expenses, but it's important to plan for the future. If you have other financial goals, such as retirement or estate planning, it's important to work with your financial advisor to develop a comprehensive plan that takes into account your entire financial picture. A life settlement can be a valuable tool for achieving your financial goals, but it's important to use it as part of a larger, long-term financial strategy. Global Life Settlement Exchange, your trusted partner. Consider listing your policy on our free, no-obligation auction marketplace so that buyers can compete for the best deal available depending on your particular circumstances. Global Life Settlement Exchange, GLSE, is a marketplace that specializes in life settlements. We have a thorough awareness of the market and assist policyholders in selling their insurance policies for the highest price possible through a transparent auction. The first free life settlement auction marketplace in the world, Global Life Settlement Exchange charges no fees to sellers. The process is simple, and there is zero fee and obligation to the seller. You just need to provide your policy details to us, and that's all you need to do. You will receive the highest offer from the market in a few weeks or so. Unlike traditional brokers, GLSE does not charge a fee for its services. This means sellers keep more of the money from the sale of their policy, which can be a significant sum. Even if you have already hired a broker, a seller like you can still acquire a second opinion. GLSE gives the seller complete control, allowing them to select the best offer without being constrained by middlemen, brokers, obligations, or fees. The traditional process of selling a life insurance policy involves working with brokers who have access to buyers. These buyers determine the value of the policy, leaving sellers with little control. However, with GLSEs, sellers have complete control over the process. They can choose to accept or reject offers as they see fit, without any obligation or fee. This puts the power in the hands of the seller. Life settlement was predominantly a buyer market, where buyers determine the value of the policy. However, GLSE is shifting the balance of power to the seller. By providing an open and competitive marketplace, GLSE puts the seller in control of the process. The seller can choose to accept or reject offers as they see fit, ensuring that they receive the best possible value for their policy. In conclusion, Global Life Settlement Exchange is revolutionizing the life settlement market by increasing transparency and putting the power in the hands of the seller. With GLSEs, sellers can receive the highest possible offer for their policy, keep more of their money, and make an informed decision about whether to sell. Our zero-fee platform provides a no-obligation opportunity for sellers to explore their options, and the elimination of middlemen ensures that sellers receive the full value of their policy. GLSE is transforming the life settlement market, providing a fair and competitive platform for sellers to receive the value they deserve.
Thanks for watching. If you like our video, please hit the like and subscribe button to support us.